Hi people, TS here, just doing my preview for our upcoming Premier League game against Liverpool away at Anfield. Of course, this is going to be a very tough game for ourselves, bearing in mind all the injury crises that we have at the moment and how free-flowing and flying Liverpool are, currently 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. This is a game where, we're definitely going to have to put in one of our top performances, a similar performance to the reverse fixture when we played Liverpool at the Emirates and when we played Tottenham Hotspur earlier at the Emirates in the Premier League when we beat them 4-2. So, we're going to need a top performance from the team. Regardless of the injuries, we're going to have to put out a relatively strong squad or strong side as possible. And now I'm going to get straight into my starting 11 for this game. In goal, I'll stick with Leno. Some people tried to fault him for the goal that we conceded against Brighton. I personally felt that he had no option but to run out, because if not, he's run out to try to close down the angle, but it was that split second behind which allowed them to Lacazette to take the ball around him and score into the empty net. But I can't blame him for that at all. So in goal, I'll stick with Leno. With the back three, first guy in the back three has to be Sokratis. He's the main man, and he's the main man that's fit right now. So he'd definitely be Sokratis. Also in there, you'd probably have to go with Koscielny. I know it's not really the time that he's really been wanted to come and do a job and slot into that back three. He probably wanted to get a lot more games under his belt in terms of his rehabilitation, but the way that things are at the moment, he needs to slot in there, and I'm presuming that he can do a relatively good job. Now the third centre half, this is where it'll be interesting to see what Emery does. And there's talks that Mustafi's back in training and that he will be assessed on Friday ahead of the team travelling to Liverpool. So if Mustafi's fit, I'd go with Mustafi. If not, I'm actually going to go with Mohamed El Nene. Now, I've seen Xhaka play at centre half for a few weeks now, and I don't really want to see him playing there, especially in a big game like this. El Nene potentially is a better centre half than Xhaka. He's got more mobility. He might not be as strong, but he's got a lot more mobility, which will potentially help us, and we'll probably need that in this game. And also, I think it's too big a game to put someone in there like Medley, and I don't really want to see Lichtsteiner in there, because then it's just a lack of legs that we have in the centre half position. So if Mustafi's fit, Mustafi. If not, then I'm going to go with Mohamed El Nene. As a left wing back would be Kolasinac. He needs a better performance than the last game against Brighton. Seemed like maybe he was a bit hungover. Who knows? Hopefully he's fully up for it and he can give 110% for this game. As the right wing back, this is going to probably shock a few people, but for this position I'd actually go with Iwobi. Now, people probably laugh, cuss me in the comments, etc. But the personal reason why I would actually go for Iwobi is we've actually had no outlet down that right hand side of recent. Since Bellerin's been out of the team, Lichtsteiner tried to do a job. Unfortunately, he's not good enough. Maitland, Niles, he's not a wing back. No matter how many times you play him at left or right wing back, that's not his position. And personally, I don't think as decent as Jenkinson's done in the games he's played, it's not been to the level of teams as like at Liverpool. So if for this particular game, I'd actually go with Iwobi at right wing back. I think that going forward, he'll definitely provide a good outlet down that right hand side. And even when he's played as a winger, he does do the defensive work as well. So I definitely feel that he could do a job in this position at right wing back, and that's why I'd be playing him in this game. In the midfield, go with a normal midfield pairing of Xhaka and Torreira. Again, when these two guys play together in the middle, they look really good. So of course, that is what I'd be going for this game. Just in front of them in that number 10 role, I'd go with Özil. Now, of course, he got subbed off at half-time against Brighton, and there's a lot of talks that he's out of the door. And these sort of games he's not up for. Well, the only way to really see how up for he is in this game, I'll say, is to bloody play him from the start. We know what Emery's like. If things aren't going well, he likes to make changes. Of recent, those changes haven't really worked to fruition. But for this game, Özil, 100%, I believe he has to start. And then the two guys up front would be Aubameyang and Lacazette. Lacazette's been a bit frustrated last couple of games, been getting brought off early, and I feel that I feel for this particular game, even if we're not, if we're drawing or something, or we're seeking a goal, which I hold things out, I definitely think we can't bring none of these. We can't bring Lacazette off or Aubameyang off. The only way these guys should be coming off the pitch is if they get sent off or if they're injured. Other than that, they should be playing the full 90, in my personal opinion. And that's how I would like to see things go for this game. In terms of the bench, you can expect the likes of like Cech, Lichtsteiner, Maitland, Niles, Ramsey, Guendouzi, probably Joe Willock because he's been featured on the bench a lot recently, and Nketiah. Maybe even as Emery might take Saka. The young lad, he brings something. He brings something different to the side. He's one of the only few direct players we have in the entire squad. Maybe someone that's needed, in the later parts of the second half. So, that would be the team I'd go for. That would be the kind of bench I'd probably expect to see based on what I've seen in previous games. It's going to be a tough game, but I actually think we'll draw this game. I want us to get the win, of course. I want us to win every game. I think we should be taking every game as a cup final, not just the big games. But I think we'll draw this game 2-2. I expect both Aubameyang and Lacazette to get on the score sheet. And, I think we can definitely put in a good account for ourselves in this game. That's all from myself in terms of today's preview. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what sort of starting 11 you would go for in your predicted scoreline. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.